one of the Gateway Clipper Fleet ships. Can't tell which one from here. That's the 62nd Street Bridge. It's turning around back into town. Go down the Ohio River. I'm fishing in Sharpsburg, not too far from the marina. Just waiting for the sun to go down. Okay, so I just got finished with a fishing expedition down in Sharpsburg, and I was just using a cart bait dough ball, basically just cornmeal, jello, corn, a couple other little odds and ends just to enhance the flavor, get them to bite. But something bit my rod. I don't know what in the hell it is, and it did this. And that wasn't a knot issue. I fought it. Whatever that is, it snapped off 20-pound braided test. What's strange about that to me, I mean, the only fish that I know of that do that would be, musky pike, maybe walleye, but I don't think that those fish are omnivores, at least not to the best of my knowledge. So, had it for a little bit, lost it. Would love to have seen what it was. And that string was connected to a large swivel snap and a size 4 circle hook. So I don't think a channel cat could have ripped that off either. Maybe. Whatever it was big, it was heavy, and it was fierce. So steel leaders from now on whenever you're fishing for bottom feeders in the river. Just seems like a safer method. So it's a couple mornings later, and I've been giving it some thought, taking a look at local species to make sure nothing else goes after, type of pack bait dough ball that I've been using. No, I think it was a catfish. I think it was probably just a big one whenever he jerked his head. I'm still on that braided line, so it's just enough to cut into the line. My first catch of the day. See that? It's on my line. Tiny little spider. Not big, but I'll take it. So got out here real early today, about 7 o'clock, and basically because it's supposed to shoot up to 90 by around noon. So figured I'd get a jump start on the day, enjoy a few hours before it gets too hot for me to enjoy and for the fish to bite. So passive fishing like this, it's just a waiting game. And you just notice all these other little items of nature. We got our duck of the day right here. 2 of them actually. It's a twofer. So one thing I don't do, I come more from like a tournament pay lakes background when it comes to bottom feeding fish, carp mostly, then by extension catfish. Even though it does produce good results, it's against rules to actually chum the shore, throw a whole bunch of bait out there and attract them to you. So I don't do that. I have targeted dough ball. Scent pulls off, does a good job at attracting them in. And only thing I will do, if I get a little bit of the scent from the dough ball in my hands, I'll rinse it off in the water, which that will attract them as well. But other than that, just sit and wait. Up, here we go. Canadian geese know I'm here. They're under the assumption that I have food to give them. These guys will walk right up to you too. Kind of funny. They're actually, they can be extremely aggressive, powerful too. Could get injured by them. They have big pectoral muscles, bigger than any humans actually. And they could do a lot of damage beating those wings against you. Good thing they have that weak spot. Aim for the neck. Go for the neck. They can't take a hit to the neck. You got beat up by a goose. Huh. They didn't like my shit talking. They called in reinforcements. There's now 16 of them. They'll move in closer if I jiggle that bag around. Actually, watch this. They like my dough ball. Let's give him a piece. Yep. Now they're my best friends for life. Males have the longer necks than the females. As a general rule, oh, let me see this. Yeah. Like, oh, food. This guy's got a buffet. Look at this dickhead. I'm gonna bite his ass when he's turned around. Yeah, they'll do that. They're also paying attention to every movement I make and stare them down, square off. They keep their heads down low and usually pretty humble. Don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. Feed them and they'll call all their friends. Freeloaders. So these guys are still here looking for food. Just taking a look. Probably can't see them from here, but a whole bunch of mallards hiding underneath that grass with a whole bunch of little babies peeping around. Actually, they're worried about is that little dickhead can swallow those peeps whole. Yeah, you could look that up on YouTube. It's pretty crazy. It's even crazier, the ducks don't take too kindly to it, so usually when, a seagull takes one of their babies, all the ducks pound on the seagull and kill it. They'll jump on it, throw it into the water until it drowns. Nature is fucking scary. I don't know why I'm out here. Guess that dude over there had better food. Traders. Oh, yep, he's run up red. Just like that. Just like that. He's still my buddy though. Actually, a very good thing happened. I'm about, let's say, maybe a half mile away from a lock and dam, and they just opened her up. You can hear the water flowing. When that happens, water's getting more aerated. Fish are flying downstream, and probably make this area of the river a little bit more active. Already saw the shiners going as soon as that started opening, so here's hoping. It's been about maybe 3 or 4 minutes since they opened that up, and there's already driftwood just flying down the river now. So everything that was upstream is now coming downstream, and that does include the fish. That's the cool thing about fishing the river, because you never know what you're going to get. That's also the frustrating thing about fishing the river, because you have your expensive bass lure out there, then pike decides to chomp down on your line and take it for himself. Yeah, it's kind of agitating, but that's why you kind of prep, think, use leaders, beware of geese. They came back. Yeah, they're like the cheating spouse. They're like, oh no, you're cool again. I didn't mean it, baby. Yeah, I'm on to you. And I figured out why they opened up. What opened up? That was actually the lock. And that's actually a fairly uncommon sight on the Allegheny River. I'm in between the Highland Park Bridge and 62nd Street bridges. They usually don't come up this far. Now the Monongahela is a totally different beast. You get barges probably every 10 minutes on there. Most days, but Allegheny, I mean, I fish up here quite a lot, and this is the first one I personally see down here, and I usually go to another dam up probably about 6 miles upstream in Verona, This is only the second barge I've seen between two spots, and that's putting in a lot of hours of fishing, so there you have it. It's a rare sight. We're going to get waves. It's about 9:30. I got one hit and not much activity, so I think the geese are scaring all the water, or all the fish, into the deeper waters. So I'm gonna move locations. I just had a thought of where I could go. Hot day like this, I'm over by the dam. It's about 20 feet deep over here, and this place is stocked to the brim with trout. I could already see them swimming close to the surface. So got one carp line out and fish a little bit closer ashore using night crawlers and a trout rig. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, they're coming right up to shore. Seeing a lot of activity already. Surprising considering how hot it is. I'm not the only one fishing. Someone's got an appetite for shiners. Could probably take down a small bluegill too. Non-toxic, actually pretty docile. But there he goes. Snapping turtle moving out of position right there. Big sucker. Don't want to hook him. Water snake doing its thing. See his head just sticking up there? These little things will eat bluegill, minnow. Oh god, he's coming toward me. Damn nature, you scary. Probably the same one I've been seeing in front of me all day. I was actually targeting two trout pretty close to the shore, watching them go after a worm. Then all of a sudden this bass came out of nowhere. Not bad. Not the smallest I've had all year. Definitely not the biggest, but good size.